Any of those. The title of my speech is What Defines Wesley? Which was pretty creative and difficult, contemplative effort. So who is this guy, Wesley Howell? What defines him? To tell you the truth, I'm not really sure. I ask myself that a lot, not out loud, and maybe not conscious, but you know, at some level, I ask myself that what defines Wesley. The hippie generation was fond of a term trying to find yourself, and you know, you would tell mom and dad, "Hey, mom, dad, guess what? I'm going to hitchhike to California to find myself." And your parents were like, "What does that mean? Find yourself? You're right here. I found you already." But on some level, there was actually some reality in it. Trying to discover who you are, what you like, and what's you know, what direction you're going to get. You have to find out where you're at before you know where you're going to go, right? So the three things that define Wesley define me. I'm talking in the third person. Is determination, self-improvement, and yin yang. Get to that one. Determination. When I was young, I loved playing football. Started in the 5th grade, Little League, played every year all the way up into high school. And even when it wasn't football season, I would put on my helmet and pads and go outside and run into trees. And it sounds smart. I love playing football.
I like it.
But once I got into high school, I got into hanging out with friends more and partying and things like that. So it kind of took, I guess, lost interest. I lost my focus. So about, I did okay in the 9th grade, but in the 10th grade, they started cracking down on people a little more, so I wound up getting kicked off the football team for not going to class, and then eventually wound up dropping out of school in the 11th grade. So I made it through the 10th grade by the help of my aunt and uncle. My aunt was a school teacher. But when I moved back in with my dad, and I went back to Fox, and so in the 11th grade I dropped out. So that was the end of everything. So at that point, that's what defined me. I was a high school dropout. What do you do? It's a high school dropout. So being from a small town, paper mill town, sort of industrial environment, I went into construction, industrial construction, ironworking, welding, things like that. So I did that for the next 6 years. And at around age 23, I finally started to grow a brain. And I started thinking about myself, you know, my future. What am I going to be? Am I going to do this the rest of my life? You know, am I going to do something more meaningful? So I decided at least I'll get my GED. So I enrolled in a course at the vocational school. Took the classes and went to class, actually, to every class. Which was already an improvement, right? Because when I was in high school, I rarely went to class. So when I took the test, and the lady that administered the program called me in to come to the vocational school to pick up the diploma. And when I came up there, she said, "Well, you made a really high score. You should consider going to college." So that was a shock to me, because I did not consider myself college material. I'm sure other people didn't. But I was not married, didn't have any kids, wasn't attached, was living with my dad, who'd been working construction, making pretty good money for somebody that was in high school dropout. And so I said, well, I'll go to junior college and give it a try, and what the heck, if I don't make it, go back to Well. So I enrolled in junior college in a little town just north of mine, and went to class, applied myself, and started made good grades. Wound up making the dean's list twice while I was there.
Wow.
I transferred to Tallahassee Community College, which was a little step up from a little small town college, and wound up making the president's role there one semester, and got my AA with the honors again and everything. So transferred from there to FSU, got my degree in finance and accounting, and then in 1994 I passed the CPA exam and became a CPA. So that was not too bad for a person that was a high school dropout and decided to apply himself and wanted to become a CPA. So without determination, there's no way I could have made it from that. From where I was at to where I had become a CPA. So the second thing that defines me is self-improvement. I believe in self-improvement. Should I keep going or just
No.
Wrap it up. Self-improvement, I started training karate, and that's what self-improvement, karate and self-discipline, that's a big part of martial arts, is self-discipline, self-improvement. So I trained karate now for 30 years, and and the third thing is yin yang, which is Chinese philosophy, meaning the things that you think are opposite actually complement each other. So in and out, up, down, light, dark, sun, the moon. That the way I see that and how that relates to me is that I'm a nice person, but you know, if you don't treat me nice, I won't treat you nice. And I can be, you know, I just did say I'm a third-degree black belt. So that's the three things that define me. Determination, self-improvement, and yin-yang, give and take.
Okay. Very good.